Corky in Hilton, New York. Hey, Corky, your contribution to this dialogue?
Yeah, I want to know how long we're going to have to wait for a transaction tax. Now, what they have to do is make sure they make the public understand that this is not a tax on your 401k investments. This is a tax only on risky investments that crashed our economy in 08.
Right. It's basically a tax on high-speed, high-frequency trades.
Right.
You may, if you have a 401k and you engage in, say, 3 or 4 trades a month in your 401k account or your IRA account, over the course of a year, you might run up $1 in fees under a program like this.
Right, or you have to hold it for a year.
Yeah,
your
but the odds are that you would never pay more than $1. On the other hand, if you're one of these hedge fund billionaires who makes over $1 billion a year simply by having a computer that's connected closer to the Wall Street trading floor than other computers, and so you can trade 100,000 stocks a second, and these guys literally are doing this. And you have to pay a penny on every one of those trades, suddenly it starts getting very expensive. And it makes that business model, which you're correct, Corky, did crash our economy, makes that business model far less useful, shall we say. And in answer to your question, what's it going to take to get one? The Securities Transaction Excise Tax, STET tax, was put into place in 1935 by Franklin Roosevelt when he created the Securities Exchange Commission to regulate Wall Street. And he appointed Joe Kennedy as its first chairman, saying it takes a crook to catch a crook. The STET tax was then, it was intended to simply raise enough money. It was a small, I think it was 0.25% tax on all stock trades, okay? And that stood until 1964. And our economy, it was the strongest economy we ever had from 1935 to 1964. It was fabulously strong, and the stock market grew like a weed. It had nothing to do with that tax. It's just that you didn't see the rise of high-frequency trading because it would not have worked in that environment. But by 64, the STET tax was raising several $100 million a year, and the cost to run the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, was only $10 or $15 million a year. And so they just repealed the STET tax and put the SEC under the general fund. They shouldn't have done that. So, but in answer to your direct answer to your question, Corky, it's going to take another FDR to do what FDR did last time. And that means it's going to take a movement, as Bernie Sanders says. We're going to have a national movement supporting politicians to do this. And it's going to take a change in Congress as well as the White House. Corky, thank you for the call.